There's an insurance story as well, right? I mean, we all thought that this entire surrender value business was settled. Now, surrender value is nothing but what you as a policyholder has to be paid by the insurer if you surrender before the end of the the term of the policy. So, if it's a 10-year policy, you surrender within 2 years. How much you as a policyholder needs to be paid by the insurer. The rules were first proposed by the IRDAI, the insurance regulator, back in December. That was harsh to insurance companies. There was another set which made it so that it perhaps is almost unchanged. And now there is another proposal which has gone to insurers, which is almost as tough as what was proposed in December. Stocks were down yesterday. They're down today as well. Yash is here with details on what this means. Yash, over to you.
Well, Prashant, it was only in the last meeting which happened between the insurance regulator chairman and the insurance CEOs, where the chairman did mention the fact that the special surrender value paid to the policyholders by insurance companies need to be increased. Since then, over the last 20-25 days, multiple discussions between the industry and the regulator on this particular topic, and it was just day before yesterday when the regulator sent a particular draft proposal to all life insurance companies, essentially telling them how the regulator thinks the special surrender value element should be increased in the future. As far as the wordings of that draft sent by IRDAI to insurance companies is concerned, I will just read out 2 lines and then I'll explain what that exactly means with numbers. The draft says insurers to ensure that special surrender value is at least equal to the expected present value of paid up sum assured and paid up future benefits. The second point that it says is that the rate of interest to be calculated, for present value of paid up sum assured shall not be less than the 10-year GSEC yield. Now I'll tell you with an example exactly what this means with numbers. Take an example of an insurance policy where the period of the policy is about 10 years. The sum assured is 1 lakh rupees. There's a bonus element of about 50,000, and when the policy reaches its maturity, the policy holder gets about 1.5 lakh rupees. Take GSEC yield as about 7%. Now, assuming that the policy is surrendered after the first year itself, which means after paying an annual premium, which would be about 10,000 rupees. First, one needs to calculate, this is as per the formula suggested by the regulator, one needs to calculate the paid up sum assured value. Now, the formula, if the numbers are inserted in that formula, will give you a paid up sum assured value of about 15,000 rupees. Once this value is arrived, then one needs to get the future benefits, paid up future benefits of this particular policy. Once these numbers are put in that formula, then you'll get the special surrender value, which in this particular example comes to about 8,159 rupees. Now imagine a policy holder has paid about 10,000 rupees, policy is surrendered after that, and he gets 8,159 rupees as surrender value. Compare this to the last 2 drafts which the regulator had put out. The one that you spoke about in December, that suggested 83% of the premium paid has to be returned at surrender value. Of course, there was a lot of resistance. The regulator mellowed it down, bringing it to 30%. Now, This new draft again takes it to about 82%, again bringing uncertainty on that entire topic of surrender value.
All right. Well, the regulator is not surrendering yet on surrender value. Yash, thanks very much for that. Very keen, pushing hard to so that the policyholder gets a higher surrender value. But I'm sure insurers have till tomorrow to provide feedback, and they'll push back as well. Ambrish, we'll come to you for a quick comment on this one, but we have to take a quick break, so we'll do that and see you on the other side.